Hello!
Hi!
Kaya nga. I just make random noises.
Where are we?
We're in a different studio, guys. And
Testing it out.
Though, isn't it?
Yes.
Because we're so used to our other studio.
Let us know what you think.
Yeah,
You
let us
like
know what
it?
you think. We'd like to know.
And we have a special guest today.
Special guest, please introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. I'm Keziah. I'm the founder of Araw Ice Cream.
Like everyone knows about the Philippines now.
What does it mean to be Filipino British?
British Filipinos, fresh Filipinos.
Oh my God, yeah.
The Forbes, we are with the Forbes, but we have to have those two different identities.
3, 2, 1, action.
I just want to have like open chats that are just like naked. My name is Jam.
Hindi isa tayo, guys. Nagdala-dala ko siya isa tayo.
Girl, 3 flavors yan.
Ay, 3!
Yes.
So it's just going to suddenly appear.
I brought something for you guys today. These are our festive flavors.
Oh my
We just
God,
released it was Saturday or Sunday.
Saturday
No, actually
dates?
yesterday.
What?
We just released yesterday. This is our seasonal flavors for Christmas, festive flavors. We have the puto bonbon,
Yep.
festive churros,
Got your hands on that one.
and Vietnamese coffee with malted brownie.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I'm definitely... I'm going to have that
Oh my
after.
gosh.
I'm
thank
excited
so
for you to
much.
try the puto bonbon.
I am
It's-
so
Really?
excited.
It's
Yes.
been coming, like, we've been doing it like
Every year.
Every
this is
year,
your
yeah.
repeating...
It's
Because
going to bring me
everyone-
back to Philippines.
Yeah, it'll take you back home to the Philippines.
Really?
You know how, like, in Philippines, we always, like, eat puto bonbon during Christmas
Yes.
season,
Oh my
right?
Yeah.
This is so
That's
good.
This is Vietnamese coffee with malted brownie.
I could literally
Oh, wow.
eat this all day long.
Oh my gosh.
Your ice creams are elite, you know.
Yeah, they're so
Thanks,
good.
This has taken me back to last year when I was in the Philippines for Christmas.
Yeah.
Really?
You know, it's so...
that color.
It's so it's like so nice to hear when like people leave like feedback, like comments like, oh my gosh, like I've tried your puto bonbon, it reminds me of home.
Home.
Christmas, like I haven't been home in like years, and then when I had your ice cream, they're like it felt like I was back home in the Philippines.
Wow. That's what you want,
Yeah,
though,
that's
isn't
what
it?
I want, you know.
That's the whole point, I
Yeah.
think, right?
Right. I really like the brownie pieces in that.
This is festive churros, so it's chocolate sorbet with pieces of churros.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
The puto
Yeah.
bonbon.
I
Yeah.
love that there's
What's that?
pieces of stuff.
What is the pieces in the puto bonbon?
So we soaked it in sticky rice to get the flavor from the sticky rice, and
yeah.
then we added
Really good.
cheese,
Talk about elite.
Oh, yeah.
cheese, and then muscovado sugar.
Mm.
It's like eating actual puto bonbon, but in ice cream form.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's ube ice cream like base.
Yeah, I can taste
Yeah.
the ube.
Yeah,
But your ube is like more depth.
because I think the flavor kind of
my
like
God.
came through because of the sticky rice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which makes it different, because otherwise you don't want it to be the same, right?
Oh my God,
Yeah.
this flavor is really nostalgic.
It
Like,
isn't
Yeah.
it?
it fully actually just makes you feel like you're in the Philippines. That's so crazy.
This one is really good.
It's my favorite.
Yeah,
The Vietnamese
It's so
coffee.
good now. I really like this one.
the malted brownie is so gooey.
Yeah, the pieces in it.
Yeah.
Oh, they're all so good.
But what a good way of trying to sell ice cream in the winter by giving nostalgia,
Yeah.
right?
Oh my God, yeah.
Right?
And like, I like that your packaging is very like wintry.
Wintry, yeah,
It's giving
exactly.
snow.
It's giving Elsa.
Let it go.
Let it go, go. Yeah.
I think we should just like get straight into it. Go straight into it. And
Yes.
I think a lot of us want to know your background. And sort of where you came from before you moved here. Where did you grow up here?
Yeah.
Was it in Philippines? What's your background? What's your childhood like?
I was born in the Philippines and then I moved to Spain when I was, 12, 14. And then I moved here when I was 16. And
Where in
yeah,
the Philippines are you from?
I'm from Pangasinan. You know Manawag?
Yes.
Yes, the
Yes.
church.
The church in Manawag.
Yeah, Our Lady of Manawag.
Yeah.
And then I studied here, went to university. And
Can you
I
speak
lived here.
Ilocano?
I can.
Wow, fluent.
Yeah. Not fluent. I can understand fluently, but then those deep words.
Yeah.
I can't.
Mm.
Yeah, but I talk Ilocano with my mom, and obviously I still have my grandma back home.
Yeah.
So every time we talk to her, we talk in our dialect.
So you grew up with your grandma, but then you moved here. Who
Here.
was here?
My mom. So we have Filipinos, everyone's your auntie or your uncle. I actually have
Yeah.
a big family here, but not immediate family. So I have my grandmother's brother here, my grandpa's brother. So we're a really big.
It's like your extended.
Yeah,
in-laws.
extended. Yeah, some of them they live in Wales.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
It's nice to have family here because
I know. Yeah,
usually everyone's so far away in the
Yeah.
Philippines. and
Exactly.
that.
Yeah,
So that's
exactly. It can be
nice.
very lonely, but if you have a big family.
Yeah. So you moved to Spain after Philippines, and then you moved here. So that's a lot of different cultures.
Right.
How was it dealing with that? Was there a bit of a
I mean,
culture shock?
It
or-
wasn't really I think in Spain it was pretty much similar culture,
Okay.
I guess, because obviously we were colonized. Food, I didn't have to
Right, yeah.
adjust when it
Mm.
comes to food, and it was easier for me to learn Spanish because
Some words
some
are
words are
similar,
very
yeah.
similar to Tagalog
Mm.
already, right? But I think it was more of when I moved here to the UK, I think I did do a bit of adjusting,
Okay.
especially when I was in school. It's very different. I went to a Catholic school in the Philippines. Here it's more of parang, how do you say it? More open?
Yes.
Yeah.
More open.
I think one culture shock for me was in Philippines, right? If it's your birthday or your wedding or I don't know, if your own party, you spend, diba? Parang you pay for
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
But
You're the one that's gonna libre everyone
Exactly.
because it's your birthday.
It's your
right?
birthday.
Yeah.
But then there was this one time when I went to my friend's birthday, and I think I just moved here maybe 2 months here in the UK, and I've been invited to this birthday party. We went to a restaurant, and then I just found out that you have to pay for your own meal.
Oh,
I
God.
didn't have money back then. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't have money, so I had to text my mom. I was like, can you pretend that you're calling me and you're trying to you want me to come home, because I didn't have any money back then.
Mm.
I didn't want to go and be eat and then I don't have money to pay
To
right?
spend,
yeah,
To
yeah,
yeah.
spend. So I went home, girl.
Oh, how
Because
old
you
were
didn't
you?
It is very different. I don't know any other cultures, to be fair, where you would have to spend when it's your celebration.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
It
I'm
does.
not-
I
It's
don't
very
know. I
Filipino
find it.
thing.
Yeah,
Mm.
but to be fair, I feel like it makes sense the other way.
What they
That-
spend on you.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
treat
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Like, it's my birthday.
Yeah.
Treat me.
Yeah.
Like my mom and her friends.
Yeah. No, because I do want to know as to why. Where did it all start? Why did we have to spend when we're celebrating? Is it because
Yeah,
of the
why?
full background?
Maybe celebrating
Celebrating
another
your life?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Because
like
you're
you're
giving to
celebrating.
others because,
Yeah, because
you've been given this year.
year again.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a nice
Well,
way
that's
to
nice,
think about
actually.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's
Yeah.
endearing.
My mom
Yeah.
and her group of friends, on each of their birthdays, they go out, the four of them, and they pay for everyone on their birthday.
Oh.
Like it's just their
So they
thing.
kept the
They kept
the
the tradition. Yeah.
Well, I think honestly, it's not just birthdays though, no? Even if you just go out a normal, Sunday family meal or
Right.
you always like there's always one person who pays, right?
Yeah.
Like I think that's kind of like the parang what's
What,
the
tradition?
difference? Yeah, like here if you go out with like friends, like you always have to like
KKB.
Yeah.
I love
KKB.
KKB.
Yeah.
KKB is kanya-kanyang bayad.
Yeah.
Where you
Yeah.
pay
I'm a
for
big
your
supporter
own.
of KKB.
Like,
Yeah. Well, we're supportive of being Koripot. We may as well.
Yeah. But
It's
yeah.
tough out there. That's why.
I know in this economy,
I
girl,
cannot afford to pay for everyone.
I think we should start talking about your business.
yeah.
Mhm.
And how did this business inspire? Like, where did this inspiration come from?
This business, I've started a business during COVID. I think it was after lockdown. I was in corporate before. I was in IT. I was an automation consultant, robotics, artificial intelligence, and all of that.
Wow.
Cool.
And then, sorry. And then COVID happened, and I've been made redundant. Unfortunately, actually, fortunately, because
Yeah.
I hated it. I hated it. I'm so sorry, but like
No,
I
fair
didn't
enough.
like it. I think corporate life is not for me.
Mm.
I think it's more because of like it's such a male dominated industry that I felt that I did not belong in that industry. Like I felt like always like I felt underestimated most of the time. Growth was very slow.
Restricted, sort of.
Exactly. So, and then gender pay gap,
Mhm.
Yeah.
still very much like a big thing when I was in corporate. So when I left, I was like, I'm not going back. And that's how I kind of like thought of ideas. What do I want to do? Like, it's like I saw that there was a gap in the market when it comes to like, Filipino food or like in the ice cream industry, right? Like if you
Okay.
go to like a supermarket or like just local ice cream shop, you barely see like any Asian flavors or like Filipino flavors, right? Like if
Yeah.
you see Asian flavors, it's just like matcha,
Mhm.
Yeah.
red
definitely.
bean. Like it's
Yeah.
just like I feel like it's overly done. Like there's so much more like flavors out there, like ube, other Asian flavors, not just matcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought, like maybe let's do something about it.
Especially like the Southeast Asian flavors.
Southeast Asian,
When it's like
yeah.
quite tropical fruits
Yeah,
and
yeah.
roots that we don't really get to
right,
taste
yeah,
this part of the world.
yeah.
I think we've had this conversation separately, but I just wanted to bring it up. Like you told us that taro and ube are different things. I didn't know that.
Same.
So I feel
I
like
thought
the
they were
world
the same.
needs to know.
They need to know,
Yeah, because some
yeah.
people are like talking about taro bubble tea. I'm like, yeah, it's ube.
Yeah.
It's just it's easier to say, oh yeah, it's
It's-
taro, ube's taro.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, we get that. Like, when we had our pop-up in Soho, like a few months ago, a lot of like Chinese customers would come and say like, oh, can I get the taro flavor? I mean, it's annoying because like, obviously like taro and ube are both, they're completely different. Like, I mean, they're from the same family, right? Like root crop, but ube is like, it's definitely like more like purple than taro. Like the
it's
color,
not
the
very
color,
deep.
yeah. Girl, don't quote me.
No, but it's good. Like, fair enough. Like, you can compare in different ice creams. Taro
Yeah.
is more deeper
Yeah.
in color and
And
flavor.
more deeper,
Wait,
like
ube.
color.
Ube, sorry. Ayan,
ube,
tuloy.
Is that what it's called? Ube. Is that
Ube,
actually
purple yam.
purple yam?
Yeah.
And is it native to Philippines?
It is native to the
Yeah,
Philippines.
okay.
Yeah,
Woo!
yeah. So it's like
Represent.
a vibrant, like purple, and then taro is like lighter. It looks like more like I don't know, like I wouldn't say cassava, but like but it's like definitely lighter than ube.
Yeah.
And I feel like ube is like more, it's like earthier
Mm.
than taro. It gives this like nuttier flavor
Mm-hmm.
compared to taro is very subtle. Like it's so subtle compared to ube.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
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 And a lot of
Isn't
it's
it?
quite sugary, isn't it? Like
I
when you
just
get taro
thought like
flavor.
it was like milked down or something.
Yeah.
Mm.
In the
Yeah,
bubble tea.
yeah.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
like you think it's sugar, but I think like because it's kind of like very popular parang sa mga bubble tea because they add a lot of
Right,
sugar,
they
right?
do,
Yeah.
yeah. And you associate it with that sugar.
Yeah.
It gets rid of that root earthy flavour, like you said.
Yeah.
Like, is it easy to get ube? Like, how do you source your ingredients from the Philippines?
I would say it's easy to find ube, but it's just really expensive. It's just because like there's not enough ube. I don't know, like in the Philippines, like there's this big issue where like local farmers don't get enough funding or support from the government. So they can't really grow like enough ube for the market, like, you know, people to use, to export to other countries. That's why it's like getting a bit more like difficult for us, or like a bit more expensive. Like before COVID, like pre-COVID, I get my ube from a supplier that's from the Philippines, right? Like a ube from the Philippines. But since like after COVID, the prices like just like went up. So I was like, I had to find an alternative, you know, supplier, right?
Yeah.
And then unfortunately, the cheapest one that I can get is from Vietnam, which is sad because like it happens as well with calamansi, right? Like if you buy from like a Filipino supplier, it's more expensive. Like even now, actually, like we've actually stopped making calamansi. It's because the price just went up.
Wow.
Why is that? Is there like taxes maybe?
Not just taxes. It's just like we don't have enough
farms
to grow calamansi.
Because it's not
really
supported.
They don't get enough support from the government, like fundings, like the local farmers, right? We can still get calamansi, but it's not from the Philippines. It's from Vietnam, which is sad because calamansi is native to the Philippines.
And ube.
And ube, like we should champion like this, like, oh, like this is from the Philippines, or like, you know. But then it's sad that you see this like canned calamansi juice, and then you check where it's from or like where it's produced, it says Vietnam.
Wow.
Which is kind of sad.
That's
That is
really
really
sad
sad.
that they're not getting enough support, because it could be something that could be massive for the Philippines.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's actually a documentary about it, so maybe
really?
you should watch it.
I think though that the West are kind of waking up to the flavors, like you said. So hopefully, the more that you sell these sort of products and become open to the market, hopefully the government will support
Right. Yeah.
the local farmers.
It's the same as like coffee beans, right? The Filipino coffee beans. Like I went to this like event. It was during the London Coffee Festival. Kido, like Lorenzo from El Union, he runs like a coffee shop in the Philippines, in La Union, in BGC, and they recently opened one in Baguio. And then they did this screening like about a short film about Filipino beans, right? And they've talked about how the local beans that we source from the Philippines is so expensive because they're basically like, you know, experiencing the same problem. And instead of us like
no idea.
supporting like, you know, our local farmers produce,
you're having to outsource.
Exactly.
And we're really
That's such a
known
shame.
for like farms and farming.
Yeah, because
And
that's our
agriculture.
biggest like, you know,
That's
how do
really
you say it?
surprising.
Like, parang,
Our biggest,
Our USP.
right? Yeah.
yeah, that's where we
It
get the money, right? Is it-
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the It's the biggest source of
I don't
of
know,
economical
Sarah.
income back. I know what you're talking about.
Diba? Like,
Agriculture.
biggest-
yes,
is
like
our
in,
biggest.
you know, in Dubai, like, or Saudi is oil.
Yeah.
Ours is like
Ours is
agriculture. I
agriculture.
don't know the word though.
But then I think it's harder to export because we're an archipelago. I'm not sure, but I think I've read somewhere or watched it. It's harder to export because we're tiny islands. So trying to get it out of the island is so much more longer to get to.
that makes
right.
That's why they don't see that it might make money for us.
But if the
Right.
government helped them out,
Should we tell
like
them?
if they weren't as
Yeah.
corrupt,
Philippine
maybe
government?
there's a lot of corruption, isn't there?
Do you
in
wanna
this-
help
Yung
the farmers
nakaupo.
more viewers.
True.
Diba?
True.
Like with what's happening now in the Philippines, have you seen the video?
Which
What?
one? What video?
It's Sara Duterte.
She's getting loads of memes, that one, isn't she?
Girl,
Wait,
like
what
so
video?
unprofessional.
Why?
Cut this out. Like she was like literally like she was like cursing like video, like cursing the president.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah, because of the funding. See, that's the thing, right? Like instead of using the funding towards more like something that can improve the economy of the Philippines, right? They're basically using it like putting it inside their pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Our last episode, we spoke a bit about crowd mentality.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm just curious, with you obviously noticing that there's a gap in the market for Filipino flavors in sort of the ice cream industry, how have you found the support from like the Filipino community in the UK?
Oh, I've never really had a problem with like getting support from the Filipino community.
Nice.
Good.
I
Good.
to hear,
Yeah,
know.
I feel like it's definitely changed, right? I think it's different when you're back home in the Philippines because like I don't know if it's changed now, but like in Philippines they kind of like more, what's the word, patriotic
Patriotic.
towards like luxury like international brands like compared to locals, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
feel like here, because I think like I've managed to kind of like connect with my community, with Filipino, how I kind of like shared my story
Yeah.
to everyone. I think everyone felt a bit more connected with the
Yes.
brand, and I think with me as well. So I've never really had a problem with getting support from the Filipino community. They've been very supportive. Like I've had like I have customers like they've been there since day one, and then every time I post like a milestone, they always like comment and like support, or even like
yeah.
send me like personal messages on Instagram. So yeah, I've never really had a problem.
That's really nice.
That's what we like
Yeah.
to hear.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean there's some like parang like comparison with other
Right. Other
But-
brands and yeah.
there's so much space like for everyone.
Yes.
For real.
For
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, so I feel
agree.
like, and then we don't do the same thing. Like we do pretty much like different things compared to so I
Yeah.
feel like
Like
there's
flavors,
no
you're
need
on
to
your own
compare.
lane.
Yeah, exactly.
And what about like in the opposite way of like introducing Filipino flavors to the UK? What's that been like? Has that come with any difficulties? Or?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, like, it definitely has had had its challenges. Obviously, like introducing Filipino flavors to the, how do you say it? White people?
To
Western.
the Western. No, fair enough.
Staying
to
in,
the
we're not cutting
Western
out.
market.
Really?
Yeah, okay.
Western market taste
Yeah.
buds.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it definitely has. Like, I had, like, obviously, like, has had its challenges, like, introducing Filipino flavors, right, into the Western market.
Mm-hmm.
Because not everyone knows about ube or pandan, right? So, I think it's more about educating
Mhm.
them. Because I feel like my product, you have to try it. Like, you need to, like, try the flavor or the ice cream for you to understand
Yeah.
the flavor. Because like if you just look at the ice cream, right, and if you see like purple, a lot of people think it's blueberry or like lavender.
yeah.
Right.
Right.
The green as well is like matcha.
Matcha,
straight away.
exactly. So I think it's more about like educating them what the flavor is, like the story behind each flavor.
With that, I want to just go back to just the Filipino roots and how did that influence your business? I guess the roots and being Filipino.
I think like obviously like being Filipino is at the core of how I run my business. Number one is like, hospitality in Philippines is very much like a big thing, right?
Yeah.
And I try to always incorporate that into my business, like the brand. It's not just about like, okay, we'll release like new flavor like this and that. But I think it's more of like trying to have like, like the story or like bringing like warmth into the the product.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's what people love about my ice cream.
Yeah.
Like, especially like, you know, like this flavors, or like this seasonal flavors, like puto bongbong, or
Reminds
like,
you of
let's say,
something.
reminds you of home.
Right.
Mango sticky rice. Some people like would say like, oh, it reminds me of like being back in Thailand when I went for my holiday. And then, yeah, I feel like also like, you know, those underrepresented community in London or like in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you release like a flavor that kind of like speaks to them, they feel a bit like, you know, oh, like thanks for bringing this flavor, and like,
Yeah.
I love that.
And it's not just with the Filipinos.
not just Filipino. I feel like, you know, like when I started the business, I was like, do I just focus on Southeast Asian flavors or Filipino flavors, or just like, you know, do other flavors too? Because I
Yeah.
feel like there's so much more like flavors out there, not just like Filipino or like, you know, Thai or like Japanese.
Yeah.
Like the horchata. I mean, like obviously, like I don't know if you guys know what horchata
I love
is.
horchata.
What is
It's
horchata?
like Mexican, isn't it?
There's two versions, Mexican and Spanish, but we have the Mexican version, which is a toasted rice and cinnamon, and then the Spanish one is made out of tiger nut.
Mm.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
What I like about your brand is that you are you put your heart in it, and I can see that the audience and the people that buy your products can feel that, and that's what, like you said, the connection is.
Yeah.
So I guess I just want to say thank you for introducing this to the market. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Really?
How do you start collaborating with people? Where do you have that conversation? Does it start anywhere? Do you approach them? Do they come to you?
Yeah, I think it's kind of like sometimes sometimes like the other brands, I know them personally, and some other brands, they reach out to us or I reach out to them. But I always make sure that I work with brands that are like our values are aligned, like Araw and then their brand. Like we don't really want to work with just like a random brand, right? Like with Dr. Sting's Hot Honey, I know one of the co-founders, and it's like, you know, their product is something that we can work around with like our ice cream. It's not just because like, okay, like, you know, this is, you know, trending or whatever, then, or like if they have big followers on Instagram. It's not about that. It's more of like, do we align? Like, you know, does your product speak to our community? Or sometimes it depends, like, you know, like even if like, let's say we've partnered up with a brand that's very much like different from what we do. Like, let's say clothing brand.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's more of like, okay, like is their community kind of like similar to our community?
Right.
Yeah.
So there's always a market for everyone as long as they're aligned with your mission and your values.
Exactly.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. Like we recently like collaborated with Don Papa Rum.
Oh.
But that's very much like a very close connection, because like Don Papa is like a Filipino brand. So it's like a Filipino rum. And you know, I feel like it was it makes sense to partner up with them to promote the Filipino rum.
Yeah.
Do you have any like aspirations for people you want to collaborate with or companies?
Jollibee.
You heard it here.
I was like, oh, Jollibee.
Behind
I was
the
like,
Jollibee.
Peach and mango pie.
yeah. I was like, Jollibee.
I just had chicken joy. That makes more sense.
I don't know. Maybe
Chicken joy flavor.
there's a brand. I mean, not that I can think of at the moment, but we recently did a partnership with Gymshark. It was
Oh my
saw
god, I
that.
saw that.
yeah.
I was
That would
what was
probably
that?
get
So
me to go on a
exciting.
run.
Oh,
Right.
I like running.
I saw you. Yeah, you were running outside, weren't you?
yeah.
What's that collaboration like? Obviously, it's a different,
Yeah.
it's a different brand.
Right, like it's very different. Like
Mm.
they're a clothing brand, fitness brand, and we're like an ice cream brand. I think it all started with partnerships as well. Like sometimes I do reach out to brands that I know, like, okay, maybe like, you know, we can do something fun together, not just about creating a flavor for them. Like it could be just like if they do an event, maybe we could, you know, provide our ice cream. And then I've connected with this events I think she runs the events at Gymshark, and I reached out to her on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a very useful
source
to connect with people, like in the industry. And then I just connected with her, and then like I was like, oh, maybe we could do something together. And then it just happened that they do this like girls run club, and then as a female founder, they're like, oh, maybe we could
That's perfect.
Oh, I love that.
provide
That
the
is
ice
so
cream.
cool.
Yeah.
And also because like like as I've said, like the value should align, right?
Yeah.
Like they're a fitness brand. Our ice cream are a bit more on the healthier side.
Yeah.
Like we don't use refined sugar, only natural ingredients, and no artificial flavoring. So I think it very much
Yeah.
like
It does like, connect. Because you
connect.
recently, didn't you do a partnership with Plenish?
That's not a part. It's more of like a giveaway.
Okay. But
Yeah.
they're very like
They're very much
because they have very minimal ingredients. Like I buy their milk because sponsor me. Because like they have very like limited ingredients. It's not
exactly
like it's just like what it is, which is really similar to your ice cream.
So there are differences in terms of like, for people that obviously in the future would want to start a business, there's difference between partnerships, collaboration and giveaways. What's like the difference?
So partnerships or like collaborations, it depends, right? You could partner up or collab like on like creating a flavor together. So let's say with Don Papa Rum, we created a rum and raisin ice cream for them with a twist, Filipino twist. So it's rum and raisin with latik. Latik is a coconut caramel.
Oh, I didn't think I
I
ever
love
had that.
And then we also created a turon flavor for them because they've just recently
You're hitting the
released-
spots. You're hitting
Stop.
home.
Yeah,
exactly.
Latik. I haven't heard latik
It's-
in a
I haven't
long
heard that word.
time.
If
I don't know what that
Yeah,
is.
so it's a Filipino, it's a coconut caramel. Like, like Bicol.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
yum.
yeah,
Mm.
latik. So we just
Ah.
wrote like latik with the rum and raisin ice cream.
Cool.
And then the turon because they were I think it's already been released. It's a new rum that has this like turon
We know.
flavor.
Do you get like really involved in when they're making the flavor?
I make the flavor, girl.
You
Wow! Can you imagine you in like a lab coat? Just like experimenting.
Yeah,
with the
experimenting
flavour.
as like parang scientist.
Wow.
No, I mean like it's the whole team. So basically, when it comes to like creating or developing a new flavor, obviously we would have to ask the partner, the other brand, which kind of like flavor they'd wanna create, like the flavor notes, or are there any specific like ingredients that they want us to use, vegan or like dairy, and then I come up with like some options for them, like ideas, flavor
That sounds exciting.
combinations, present it to the client, and then obviously once they approve, we get an approval, we start recipe testing.
And who tastes it? Do you need some?
Yeah.
Girl,
Tiger.
we tasted the team and then obviously the client, and then if it needs a bit more like refinement, then we would have to like redo the recipe testing again.
Wow,
That
sounds
sounds
like
so
I
fun.
know.
Like the dream.
yeah.
I didn't know that's a long process.
Yeah, it's quite long. Like even this festive churros, it took us maybe like 4 trials to get that consistency. Well, we have obviously we did have the chocolate sorbet, the base before, but it's about the bits, the churros bits, because obviously like we tried to like air fry it or like oven, but it's just not giving that texture that we want. So it's just like obviously like trial and error. So it took us a bit like a long time to develop this flavor until we get that right consistency of the churros.
Oh, yeah.
There's so much behind it that you wouldn't even realize.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
like different techniques of like air frying or ovening.
Yeah, isn't it?
It gives different texture. Like we tried like, putting it in the oven because we wanted a bit more healthier. But it was just really hard. So we didn't really want to break anyone's like, tooth or something. So yeah. So that's that. It's a very long process.
Do you think part of your job is pitching a lot? Because a lot of people that are within the industries are scared of putting themselves out there. Is that an important trait to have, like being confident to pitch?
100%. I feel like you just have to you need to know your brand.
Mm-hmm.
You need to know like what you can like offer. You have to be straightforward when you pitch to like a client or a new partnership, right? You have to be very straightforward. Like, okay, this is what we do. I'm Keziah founder. This is what we do. This is what we can create with this partnership. I think just be very straightforward. Obviously, be ready to be open. Be very ready for any kind of rejection. Because I've had a lot of rejections in the past, and I didn't take it personally.
So,
are we going for the juicy?
I think it's time
for some Chika.
Yeah, I think we need a Chika.
Chika.
Because I think we've just been on your business and we love the business.
I feel like the Chika, we need some shot. Shots, jokes.
And it'll go puff na ba yan?
Oy, cut mo yun ah.
Alin, you go puff?
Yung shots.
No, we love that.
Okay.
I think we just want to be more personal now.
Okay.
Isn't it?
Oh my gosh.
Who's got a question first? I don't know.
I don't know which one I want to ask.
I want to know. Okay, I'll just go for it.
Okay.
Are you seeing anyone? Are you single?
I'm single, but I'm ready to mingle. I'm kidding.
Her number is here.
My number is 078.
No! Araw customer service number pala yung nilagay.
That's great marketing. Do that.
That is,
Girl, I'm seeing do I say people? No, I've been going. I've been dating. I'm going out on dates, meeting new people.
Yeah.
I feel like I owe it to myself because prior to starting the business, I was seeing someone. Then COVID happened. It didn't work out. And then started the business. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna focus on my business. Put my 100% time and effort towards the business. So I didn't really date for I think a year or two. I was really just focused on the business.
Do you think if you were in a relationship and you started this, it would be a different story?
Oh, definitely. Even the last time that before I started the business, if I was still with this person, I probably wouldn't start this.
Really?
Yeah, because he was pushing me. He was kind of motivating me to, progress with my
your career
Okay.
that you did.
yeah.
Your IT
But
career.
if I was in a relationship back then, I don't think this is gonna happen. Yeah.
Relationship
So I feel
exactly.
everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
But
And we can feel that you put, like you said, 100% of your heart in this.
yeah, girl.
Right.
2 years, I'm just focus. It's quite hard. You really need to put your 100% time and energy towards the business. So,
It was worth it.
yeah. And I,
Oh, sure.
after, I think last year, I went back into dating, tried again, testing the water.
Flavor testing.
The flavor testing, recipe testing.
Experimenting here and
But
there.
yeah,
Put one in the air.
but put one in the oven.
The F1 comment.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm single, but I'm dating.
Love that for you.
Been going out on dates. Yeah.
Ooh, love that for you.
What's one trait that you're looking for in a guy?
I think I would say he needs to be a family oriented guy.
Okay.
Because I'm very much I think Filipinos are very much family oriented
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
As long as our values are aligned, I think that's one thing that I look for in a guy. personality over looks for me. I feel like I'm over that. Okay, he needs to be super guapo or like tall, dark, and handsome, you know.
Yeah.
Because looks fade, you know? Like, you know, being like tall or like, you know, won't make you a good husband. You know what I mean? Like,
so
it's
true.
just,
Yeah.
I think for me now, like, I'm getting older. I can't be too picky, you know, as long as he treats me right.
Well, you can't be picky
Isn't it-
physically.
But
then
you still need to have your, you know, like, standards.
Yeah.
of
But
course.
not too high.
I think
you know
just
what I
as you
mean?
get older, your standards become different. It's not
Yeah.
gonna go up or down. It's just like what you want in a man is
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
can I live with the next 10 years?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I've dated all sorts of guys, girl.
Wow.
But right now I'm just like, you know, I feel like the more that I date, the more that I learn about what I want in a guy.
Yes.
Like, you know, like
Good.
I don't wanna
You should. You deserve that.
yeah.
Yeah, you deserve it.
For sure.
Yeah.
The boss lady you are.
But,
Boss lady.
but also it's hard to date in London, no?
Oh god, yeah, I hear this a lot. People are just struggling
Yeah.
to find in this city.
So if you know any bachelor guy, comment down below.
Yeah,
Number
comment
again?
Family orientated.
What?
2.
Okay, so next question. Are you a millionaire?
Oh my god. I wish.
In pounds or pesos?
Oh yeah, in pounds or pesos. I wish but I'm not.
Are you nearly
Not yet.
Not yet.
getting there?
I think I've got a long way to go.
Can we no digits?
Girl, no.
No? Okay, let's not go that far.
What is your turnover?
Not yet. I like
Not
the yet.
I
Yeah.
like yet. I'm working towards
Getting
it.
there.
I feel like that's obviously like, you know,
Yeah.
I do this because I have like my goal.
Yeah.
You know? And one of them is, you know,
And I
You
think
will get
financial
that for
freedom,
sure.
right?
Yeah.
enjoy this process. I think it's
Exactly.
one of the best
It's
parts of-
difficult. It's so hard. Like not like
Some
obviously most businesses they don't really like, you know, they're not profitable. Like they become profitable like after like let's say 5 years,
Mhm.
you know. So we're working towards it.
Don't forget us when you're a millionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Take a pic. We'll do
Let's
it
go
in
to
the living
Siargao.
room.
Why do you want to go to Siargao?
I'll do a party for it. Oh,
Shampalayo, baka pwede naman.
oh yeah. Zoom podcast.
Okay, so I feel like after spending some time with you, I feel like you're very boss girl, business minded, very inspirational. What is one thing that you have to do every day?
Oh, what do I have to do every day?
Like something that is a key part of your routine.
A key part, drink my mushroom matcha.
Oh.
Yeah, because it could, you know, running a business can be very stressful. I've had my, you know, fair share of like getting a bit more like super stress, anxieties, like, you know, level, ganyan. So I feel like every morning I always have to like drink my functional mushroom matcha.
What's
Oh,
in
that.
it? Lion's mane,
Lion's
chaga,
mane,
that stuff.
chaga. I have the
Ashwagandha.
ashwagandha and reishi.
I love those. They're
Yeah.
great. They're good for
I've
your
never
brain.
tried.
It helps. Girl,
I'll
like,
give you-
yeah.
Does it like keep you calm? Or?
It does.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, I
it
need that.
de-stresses me. Because there's so much that happens when you're running a business, right? One email from like a supplier or a customer, angry email, it changes your mood,
Oh,
right?
yeah, of course.
And then I've actually had one time recently, like it was early this year. I had like a personal problem, and then obviously you run the business as well, right? I started breaking out, like literally, like my face like full of spots, and I was like, "Oh, what's happening?" And then I went to see my dermatologist, and apparently it's like stress.
Wow.
Like my cortisol levels are super high, and she basically suggested taking mushrooms,
Mushroom.
and it helped a lot. Yeah.
It is
God, I might
good.
try.
I think also
Ashwagandha is a good starter,
Ashwagandha,
guys.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like it lowers your stress levels for sure.
Yeah.
And calms your
Okay.
nerves.
Yeah.
I heard lion's mane is good for like your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've never really
Turkey
looked into
tail
it.
is good for apparently cancer cells.
Really.
It kind of helps with getting rid of that.
Turkey tail.
Turkey tail is a type
Oh my
of
God, I've never heard
mushroom
of
as
it.
well.
Wow.
But you can get one where it's a mix of all of it.
Yeah, you can.
Right?
It's quite
Okay.
expensive,
It's
but
spenny, yeah.
But just get the a good brand, and it's like with obviously like because not all the brands have all the mushrooms, right? So you just have to like really like do your research what you really need, and then yeah, I think for me it did help a lot.
Well, what's like the most embarrassing moment for you within this journey of starting the business?
Embarrassing moment.
Did you have any embarrassing moments?
I wouldn't say embarrassing moment, but I don't like putting myself out there. Like I don't want to be the face of the brand.
Oh,
Right.
really?
Yeah,
Why?
I'd rather be. I'm not really good with like videos and like talking because like how a lot of like business owners they talk about they're very much like out there, talking about their story. I'm very shy. Shy pa?
Shy.
We need to support you.
No, I mean, if I know you guys, like I'm comfortable. I'm very much like an outgoing person. But like if I don't know you, I won't approach you first. Like I'm quite shy. Like I don't like talking in front of a lot of people. Parang ganyan. And then I wouldn't say embarrassing, but I just don't like showing my face or like creating videos. But then my team is like, you have to, you need to be the face of the brand. So recently I've just started like doing a lot more like, come with me or like, a day in the life
Day
of
in
a
the life.
founder. Because I feel like that's
Oh, I
what
love
people
that. Yeah.
love.
They do.
I love that
authenticity. They love to
Exactly.
see, the what's, the behind the scenes of running your business. But yeah, I wouldn't say like embarrassing. I don't think I've had any.
That's good, though.
embarrassing.
Yeah, really good.
I mean, I wish. No, I don't know. Yeah. No. not
But I
yet,
love that though, that you're putting yourself out there now.
Yeah.
Even though it's something that you're not comfortable with.
Yeah.
I guess that's what comes with starting a business, no?
Exactly, because that's what people love. Like because my personal videos or like anything that talks about me as a founder, it gets it gets a good engagement.
Yeah. It's very popular.
Yeah.
It's the kind of stuff I watch. I find it really interesting.
I like the day in a life videos for
Yeah.
sure. I want to know like your morning routine.
Yeah,
face.
exactly, yeah.
What do you put in your face
Yeah.
before you
Girl,
sleep?
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It
It's
is.
so interesting.
But it's so good for the market because it's so sellable. You don't need to advertise anything. Like
Yeah.
you just have
just
a
live your
foot rub
life.
and then all of a sudden like everyone just buys it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like recently I went to Belgium for a business trip.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's my first business trip that I get to
Ooh.
expense.
Can you tell us what you've done in Belgium?
Oh yeah. Can I tell now? I mean, this I can't really tell now, but like this is basically for something big next year. Big step for Araw's growth. I'm very excited for this one because I feel like this is gonna be a big milestone for us. I can't really say much about it now, but yeah, it's a big step for Araw. It's a business.
Oh,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you very much.
How does it feel expensing for business?
Girl, before when I was in corporate, like I would 80% of my job was like traveling abroad, right? I like eat everywhere, like expensive restaurants and stuff. But then when I went to Belgium, girl, I just like went to like Albert Heijn, like Tesco.
yeah.
I'm gonna get a salad. And I would, 'cause, like obviously, like because this is your business, right?
Yeah.
And
Your
I
mind
thought-
is full, yeah.
I felt so guilty, like spending so much money using my business money, right? So, I mean, obviously for me, it's like sort of like an achievement,
Yeah.
another milestone for me because I get to like expense, like I get to travel abroad,
Yeah.
and then expense it. But parang like right now, I'm more like, you know, frugal when it comes to like expenses.
If you could swap lives with anyone for 24 hours, who would it be and why?
Swap lives with someone. I don't know.
It doesn't have to be anyone successful. It could be a family member. It could be
Okay.
anyone.
Anyone. I don't really like. Girl, I don't know.
You're just happy.
I'm just happy.
Oh,
I haven't.
I love
No. I
that.
feel like I haven't really thought about that. Maybe some sort of like, I don't know, someone from the industry. I would say. Who do I look up to?
Who do you look up
Yeah,
to?
in the
Who do I look
industry.
up to in the industry? No one. Stay in my own lane. Yeah.
Is there anyone that's like maybe mentored you in any way?
Mentored. I had actually one. You know, Momo Kombucha. So they make like kombucha. Ding. Yeah. So it's like part of this program that Mission Kitchen provides for their members. And I've been one of those people who've just been given a chance to get mentored by one of the mentors.
Yeah,
and
he
he
was
was mentoring me for 6 months.
Oh.
And he's been very helpful, actually. He's
Was
been
that
very
like
helpful.
pretty early on? Or-
No, it was just this year, actually.
Oh,
Yeah, it
okay.
was like this year. And it's good to kind of like gain insights from someone who's a bit has more experience running a business.
Mhm.
Would you be open to at some point in your life mentor?
I'm happy. Like actually, I do get a lot of like, you know, messages from like people like, you know, wanting to start their business, asking for some advice. I'm happy to do that. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I'm not really that expert, but I'm happy to.
But you're,
Yeah, you are.
Come on, yeah, you're boss lady.
Yeah.
Which goes on to actually my next question. What advice would you give like young Filipinos that kind of want to start in your lane or who are just starting out?
Don't be afraid to embrace your roots. Like, it's so important to embrace your roots, like, you know where you came from. Because a lot of Filipino kids tend to forget, you know, their roots. I'm actually sad when some kids, they don't know how to speak
Their native
their
language.
native, or even like, you know, like,
dialect.
and at least understand
Yeah.
their dialect, right? Also, you know, don't just take the risk. Because I feel like even if it doesn't work out, you can always try new other things, right? Like it's basically finding your purpose in life, what makes you happy, you know, what you enjoy doing. Because like there's no point of you staying in one thing that doesn't really like fulfill you. And then don't be afraid of rejection, because it's just part of life. And I feel like, you know, it'll just make you stronger, I guess, like, you know, getting rejections from different people. But yeah, just go for it. Take a risk.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
I
I'm
feel like that
inspired.
kind of connects a lot to this question about if you could give your younger self some advice, what would you say to your younger self?
Dream big, I would say. I grew up in a very very humble Filipino household. My mom and my dad is like a working class people. I didn't really like imagine, like, obviously, like, you know, imagine myself like, you know, migrating here in the UK. Like, I wouldn't really, like, sometimes I talk to my mom, it's like, oh, like, how did we end up here? Like, how did I end up like having my own business now? Because in Philippines, we were living a comfortable life. You know, my mom was able to provide for me. But then, yeah, it's just, I don't know, just dream big. Yeah. What else? Just go for it. I don't know. Help me, girl.
Okay, what would you say to your younger self now? Not just an advice, but what would you say to your younger self now? As in, like, in terms of where you are in your life at the moment, in this, like, position you are in now, what would you say to your younger self?
Enjoy the journey. Yeah, I think it's all about that. Like you know, like it's a how do you say this? Like roller coaster ride. It's really difficult running a business. It can be very isolating. It could be very lonely. You know, I've lost some friends because of running a business.
Is it because of your time? Is it you haven't had time?
Time. Some people took it personally, which I think obviously like it's sad, but it also filters out
who's more important.
Exactly.
Kind of thing,
Who's obviously
and who will
like
be there.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's just that enjoy the journey. Don't take life too seriously. Like even now, like I run a business, right? Like people think, oh, you're a girl boss, you don't go out, you're always at home, like you're always like, you know, trying like working on your LinkedIn or whatever. But no, I try to, you know, keep a balanced lifestyle. Like you know, you still get to like spend time with your friends and family.
Were you always like that, or has it just been recently where you've realized, no, I need more of a balance?
I think just recently.
Okay.
Like the first 2 years I was like, you know, focus.
Yeah.
I haven't been, that's why I've lost some of my friends back then. But now I'm like, actually this is not healthy. Like you have to live a balanced life. It's not good for your mental health as well. It's not, it doesn't,
But we're in a city that's just, there's no balance,
Yeah.
work-life balance.
work-life
So it's difficult, let alone starting a business.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's hard also like running a business on your own, like a solo founder. It's difficult. So
Well done.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Kudos.
girl.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
We are out of time. now.
Okay. Yeah. Are we?
What last one?
Last question. Where can we find your delicious ice creams?
You can find us Go Puff. We deliver nationwide. Yes. We deliver next day delivery every Wednesday and Friday. You can actually go onto our website, click find us, how to find us, and then you'll see our list of stockists. Just put your postcode and then it will show you the nearest store or shop you can find Araw.
Nice.
Yes.
Definitely try these flavors.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This
Real.
is just limited edition.
So good.
Get them
all
while you
there.
can.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much
Thank
for having
you.
me.
coming.
It's been so lovely.
joy.
Thank
yeah,
you.
it's been lovely. We would love to have you back at some
Of
point.
course, girl. We'll do another taste testing.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Keep
When you have new
coming.
flavors.
When we have new flavors, we're launching again for new flavors for Lunar New Year next year.
Wow.
Oh
Yes.
yum.
If you need testers.
Yeah,
We'll do,
we're
girl.
free.
Oh, we have an exciting partnership for Valentine's Day.
We've got a Valentine's Day.
Eat this.
Okay.
Touch that. I'll bring that.
The actual.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's exciting.
Lovely.
We're working towards it, but it's gonna be very exciting for us.
Oh, I bet
it's
it is exciting.
We're tapping into a new community.
Aligning with your values.
Aligning with our values.
Ito pong flavor para may